What's up, guys? So, first thing first, Happy New Year to all of you. And there's no great way to start a new year with a stats update video. And I have a lot of things to talk about in this. The last time we did stats update video was when I reached 1000% shooter attack, and that was awesome. But since then, we made a lot of improvement that I want to talk about, and there are a few more things that I want to discuss with you guys. The first thing that I want to talk about is getting to 1000% biker attack without spending. After I reach 1000 shooter stat, there's an idea in my mind. Now let's try another challenge to reach 1000% biker attack without spending, and that's awesome, guys. We can do this challenge in the future, but not at this moment, as I don't think I have reached my maximum potential as a shooter player. I have reached 1000% shooter attack, but I don't think that's the ceiling. I can get even further, I can get even stronger. It's going to be waste of all the hard work I did on my shooter stats if I just start everything from the beginning to become a biker player. We can do this once we reach the maximum potential as a shooter player. And I'm not talking about the 6000% shooter stats. Let Yummy have this. I'm talking about what is realistically possible, and I don't think we are even near to that. So for some time we are going to continue focus on our shooter stats and get stronger. So now that thing is away. Now let's talk about the improvement that I made in my shooter stats. So first thing you're going to see on your screen is my stats from the previous stats update video, and guys, you are going to surprise when you're going to see the recent one. So these are my stats when I reach 1000% shooter attack, and that's awesome. Now be ready to surprise, guys. You're going to see my current stats. So this is my current stats. A lot of improvement, especially in the health and defense department. So let's start with the bulker stats. Bulker attack 576%, bulker defense 657%, bulker health 321%. Now this is something that is very hard for me to improve my shooter attack and at the same time improve my bulker stats, and doing these both things at the same time is very difficult. And my goal is to get to 800% bulker defense with 400% bulker health. Yeah, guys, 400% bulker health, and that's the next milestone for us. I want to get 400% bulker health with 800% bulker defense, and I'm not really sure about my bulker attack, but 600 or 650 something bulker attack will be fine for me. But we need to reach that 400% bulker health, and this is not only for bulker, guys. Now you are seeing my shooter stat: 1027% shooter attack, shooter defense is 810%, shooter health is 316%, shooter damage is 140%. So for all this time, guys, my goal was not to increase my shooter attack. I did not improve a lot on my shooter attack, but what I improve on is my shooter defense. I am now 810% shooter defense compared to 700 something shooter defense that I have when I reach 1000% shooter stats. So we made a lot of improvement, and I think for now I will stop focusing on my shooter defense for a few months. Now my goal will be to get 1100% shooter attack with 350% shooter health. Now I think for few months I will not focus on my shooter defense. So this is my goal for my shooter stats. I want to reach 1100% shooter attack with 850% shooter defense will be fine. I think my shooter defense is alright for now, and what I want to improve the most is going to be my shooter health and shooter damage. My shooter damage is completely trash. I want to reach 160 to 70% shooter damage, and I know how I'm going to do this. I will make a separate video on that, but for now this is going to be my goal, and my health should be 400% as a shooter player. So that's what I'm focusing on: 400% bulker health, 400% shooter health. And this is going to be not that hard, I believe, because at one point I was already 360 something bulker health. I have to decrease my bulker health in order to improve my shooter defense and my bulker defense. I have a lot of bulker health emblem, but I don't have a lot of shooter health emblem, so I don't think it will be too hard for me to increase my bulker health. But what will be hard for me to increase my shooter health, and even more hard for me, is going to be my shooter damage. I don't think when it's come to increasing my shooter attack, it's going to be that hard. I can do some investment for that. I already know some investment for that. So I will be making a separate video on how to improve my shooter attack, shooter defense, and damage, everything. So you're going to better understand this, and it's not going to be mixed up in all of this. But for now, this is my stat. I have a lot of things planned out, guys. So make sure you subscribe and That's it for the today's update. You can let me know your opinion about my stats or any suggestion will be welcome, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Peace.